In case you haven't been on Twitter or any of these trolling sports news sites like Bleacher Report or The Score, major story, LeBron James apparently broke his hand after Game 1. According to Stephen A. Smith, the media knew, the insiders knew, or actually not the media, but the insiders and the Warriors knew, but we as fans did not know. So, Will Strickland, did that change your perception of, you know, his performance? Because Charles Barkley certainly took the axe to LeBron James post-game.
We're not really worried about Charles Barkley taking the axe to anything except his weight. So
or donut.
When we think about what happened, I think as much as I am a LeBron James fan, I think the way they went about it at the end of the series, talking about it, coming out with the hand cast, in the words of the late, great Sean Biggs Green, was soft like porridge.
Okay, I like that.
It was weak to me. I think if you were injured, you live with it, let somebody else tell that tale, but don't show up with the hand cast. You know, you played a great series. There's only so much you can do. I felt that they went out a little bit weak.
Yeah.
I didn't think he gave the effort they needed in the end. You go out on your
broken hand
shield.
doesn't factor in.
You go out on your shield no matter what. If you're going to lose 4, lose it going out on your shield. He should have shot 40 shots in the last game, in my opinion.
With the broken hand.
Shoot left-handed. He's ambidextrous. Or Chris Webber, amphibious.
Anyone else want to chime in on LeBron's hand gates?
Look, I don't really care about this scenario. The guy.
You don't care about the best player in the world having a broken hand during the NBA Finals? That's insane.
Huh? Like,
that's insane.
The guy had an awesome playoffs.
No, Dan, stop right now. Stop right now.
What?
I'm asking you about him having a broken hand for 3 of the 4 games he played in the finals, and you're glossing over, like I mentioned, he had a hand.
I don't think it had any impact on the series.
LeBron having a broken hand has.
I think
I'm done.
LeBron broke his hand. There's a difference.
There's a difference doing this with
Thank you, because I was going to bring that up. I was going to bring it up. I would have a little bit more empathy if he did not inflict the pain on himself. He, as a grown man, chose to break his hand. He chose to punch the whiteboard or the blackboard or whatever he punched. If it had been broken in a game, completely different story. But the dude
She's
punched
absolutely
something.
right,
You chose to tear your Achilles.
No.
Moving on. All right, let's go.
I did because I decided to try and hoop at 30.
Okay, I'm done with you guys. Thank God this is the
We're
last
done with you.
It's
Is the
great that he
season over
played,
yet?
but I'm not. That's not the series.
Okay, hold on. Let me throw this at you. Do you see a scenario where LeBron stays in Cleveland now after all this?
Would it shock me? No. Would it shock me if he left? No. But I think it actually this time is going to come down to where he feels his family has the best and most comfortable growing arrangement, because his kids are now going to high school. His daughter's still growing up. It's not going to shock me if he goes to LA.
Is that inside information from Boogie or what?
No. A source never tells.
Well, would you be surprised if he stays?
Absolutely.
You'd be surprised?
Absolutely. There's no redeeming value. The time is done there. If he left Miami after 4 years and he had Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade on his team, you could see they had all pretty much checked out.
He has J.R. Smith.
Stop it. They'd already checked out.
Kyle Korver.
They'd already checked out.
Korver.
There's nothing else you can do with this roster.
Where's he going? Where's him and the Korver bird going?
You know what? I'm going to flip it to something nobody else is saying.
San Antonio?
No. Well, San Antonio is easy big because it keeps Kawhi down there and he takes the max deal.
Kawhi's not staying there.
He's not staying, though. So
where's this?
Either Boston, sorry, Antoine Walker, I believed in that too. I believed in that too. Or the LA Clippers, who have space.
You might as well say Milwaukee.
Watch, all right? Just think about what I'm saying.
He's going, I think he's leaving. I think it'll be either the Lakers or back to Miami. To me, those are the 2 best scenarios for him. I've heard the Houston situation thrown around. I just don't see how that can work. Philadelphia does not work. And I think the Lakers is a good situation for his family. Plus, there's a lot of young talent, and somebody else will join him there. A Paul George, a Chris Paul, something like that. So your Lakers with LeBron James could be competing.
Not enough IQ, man. Not enough IQ.
Miami Heat is intriguing, too, because he did have his time there, and he does like it there. I think it's one of those 2.
All right, so let's switch it up. To have a more introspective conversation. I want to throw this one out here.
How do we do that?
Yeah, we do it sometimes. This ring culture, like we as fans, media, we emphasize a player's greatness by, getting rings, getting championships, finishing the season. But now we have players like KD, like LeBron, who we've dubbed ring chasers, right? And we kind of put a negative connotation on that. So what is the responsibility on the fans? Have we created this kind of, ring-chasing culture where some of our favorite players now kind of catch flack joining big threes?
I think it's silly because nobody came to 7-Eleven and got mad at you when you went to Walmart. So slow it down, right? You changed jobs. I'll explain to you. It's free agency.
Yeah.
You want to upgrade from 7-Eleven to Walmart. No disrespect to those places.
They don't have Slurpees at Walmart.
See what I'm saying? So these guys getting upset with guys who are free agents who's earned the right to go wherever they want to go and apply their trade. Now you're upset because they joined the team. Would I have done it the way Kevin Durant did it? Probably not. But LeBron James didn't join the 73-win team.
Yes.
So there's a difference when people try to these false equivalencies. I don't do them.
I've been in agreement. People try to tell me LeBron created this, I don't know that LeBron went to a team that already won a championship. Like Miami had not won a championship. Dan Gladman.
Well, they did in 2006.
He was joining.
Bro, we're talking about the year before that iteration of the team.
Right.
I think your original question is, have the fans created it? And I'm gonna say no, they haven't. The players have. The players want to collect rings and win championships. They also want to play with their friends.
Who started it? Some people try to say LeBron. I think it's KG.
If you go back, if we go back into the history book, I bet you will find some situations in that, Rasheed Wallace kind of forced his way into some trades.
Detroit wasn't a championship team.
Everybody was trying to get rid of Rasheed.
He got there.
No, you think about the most talented team. See,
how about
free agency changes.
Free
agency changes, and you have the most talent on your team doesn't mean you're going to win. And they were older. Charles Barkley, of all people, talking about
Houston, Pippen, Barkley.
Yeah. So again, but those guys are at the end of their careers. You look at guys who played in their primes like Wilt, Jerry West, and Elgin Baylor. They had the most talent. They couldn't be the best team in Boston. So sometimes it doesn't matter how much talent you put together. If they don't know how to play together, it won't make a difference.
Okay, sorry, Meghan, we got to go to the break, but I'm just thankful that finally you guys have come to your senses. It's all Kevin Durant's fault. Warriors suck. We'll be back with more Time to Talk free agency.
1 more year
Paul
of
George wants to return
buddy.
home to L.A., everybody thinks, but will he? We will find out. Will Strickland's going to tell us on Hangout. There we are.